Hello there. Welcome to the Light Language channel. My name's Charlie. I'm an Akashic record reader, multidimensional channeler, medium, and neurodivergent millennial, among other things. I keep starting things with that because it's acting as sort of a bridge. And I look kind of like this. I mean, it's not that different from how I normally look, but I am sick. I'm actively sick. I've had a busy, big weekend of doing a bunch of things, but, post holidays illness. Oh, she found me. But I'm also not quite yet at that level where everything is just the worst. And I keep monitoring Mabel back there, who's, hey, this toy made it a week, right? Like I'm just gonna monitor, but I'm probably also gonna go remove it from her, but then I might have to put her away. Ugh, she's eating it. All right. Water break, because I'm not pausing. No, no. I know I edit videos now. I'm not editing this one though, so I apologize. Thank you so much for starting here. You see how long it is. We're going to talk about the flu, and I'm going to ask questions of my guides about the flu, about viruses, about what the fuck they do to your body on like a metaphysical level and whatever. I'm going to refill my water because I didn't do it because everything is totally random, right? No, it's not. Of course, it's not fucking random. But I'm going to take this away from hers before she finishes eating it because she's going to. I'm going to get water. You get yourself some water. We'll meet back here in a sec. Okay? Mwah. All right, babe. Oh, Harvey. No. Okay. I'm back. Are you? Cool. So when one is sick, it can certainly interfere with channeling to an extent. Doesn't always turn it off though. It can just make everything feel a little bit like, So I'm not going to be singing. There's not going to be any big explanations or anything. And at present, I'm kind of asking. I'm sort of just asking for assistance. And you might see my eyes closed. It's not really because I'm channeling. It's just because I'm tired. But I also am still rendering a video that's going up. Um, for, yeah. And so that's why I'm kind of doing this. I was in the middle of watching some people's content. I always do love to just check in with some of my favorite YouTubers that are doing spiritual content. Jadina is um, starting to do some like more homework things for the collective that follows her, and I'm gonna be vlogging about that myself. So just a little bit. Like the first thing is basically take yourself, go on a date with your future self. Like literally, like get dressed up and go on a date with your future self. She mentioned like a restaurant or something, and I was like, I don't think I would go on a regular date with anybody at a restaurant that I didn't know. Even though it's your future self, but you don't know your future self yet. Whatever. That's not what I'm here to talk about. I'll talk about that later. Oh, if you want to see her video, it's the one titled "Dude, your 2021 rebrand is going to be insane," and Jadina is spelled Jhadina. And then I was in the middle of Natija Caves, and sorry, I paused you. Do y'all do that too? If you're watching spiritual content and you're feeling like inspired for something, you'll just pause it and you'll start doing something else and then you'll kind of get back to it. I do that all the time. And if Mabel's going to be barking, I will have to put her in a crate too. So we might take a second pause here just in case people. Okay, we're going to take a second pause. I love you for appreciating that I don't have my shit together. Thank you. Okay. Hearing things. I don't know. A branch hit my roof. I don't know, man. It's been a really fun couple of days. In this snow, it's been delightful. Anybody else have like a couple of really magical, beautiful days, and then because of your life and your lived experiences, you're just like, when's it gonna get bad? And then you wake up and your head is pounding and your throat's sore and you can't breathe and everything is all stuffy and you're like, oh, there it is. I'll take it. Because here's the thing about the flu. What would y'all like to tell me about the flu that is in all of our highest good right now? I've got Gaia on the line. I've got my former internal family members who are here to provide a little bit of assistance. End of list for now. Okay. No Arcturian. No, we've already done enough of that this week. Okay. Cool. Okay. So why do I have the flu right now? I just figured I'd make this conversation public, honestly, because I was gonna have it because I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed that I have the. I can't prove it, and I'm not gonna go get tested. I'm just gonna stay the fuck home and take care of myself the way I know how to. They ain't gonna do anything for me anyway. Those meds, they don't do shit for me, so fuck it. Why should I go spread my germs somewhere else and then pay money to have someone do things that aren't going to help me? Okay, so y'all ready to tell? Okay. You currently have the flu to aid in cellular restructuring and removal of old, unnecessary pieces. Pieces? We can provide more information, but not in this state. Okay, I'm basically getting there's only so much that I am capable of channeling through with my voice activated. Okay, so the way that I channel is they come into that one of those headquarters and then they go and they kind of front, right? And every time they do that, there's a change in energetics in my body. It always goes like gastrointestinal whenever there's like a big change. It's why burps happen when you're in the middle of something. It's because you like if you're someone who's doing channeling like this and you're doing it for people who are talking, I talk about myself because it's just easier. It's just so much easier to focus on your own self. And I'm complicated. So like I have a lot to talk about. As to is everybody, I know, but it's just I'm not yet in the range of focus on bigger collective because my collective is fairly small at present. So I keep it very like dress rehearsal, dress rehearsal levels. It's a good place to start when you're training to become a more well-known channeler, right? But when you're doing channeling for a collective, which is that what I'm doing right now? I've been doing that. Okay. But when you're channeling for a collective, you're kind of going into just different states of, okay, here's the message from this, and now we're done and we're shifting over here. Okay, and then we're done and we're shifting over here. You might get a little gastrointestinal distress while you do that. The more water you drink before and during, and it just helps a little bit because it helps to sort of redirect a little bit of the goings on in the body. Taking a sip of water is very akin to, centering and taking a few deep breaths and, but it's a very quick action. So I like to make anything that I channel through to be fairly uh, I can't do words right now. I was gonna say concise, but like that wasn't concise. Concise is easier. It's more multidimensional than a word can provide. But I'm very low energy, as you can tell. My body is currently fighting an infection. Well, my body is currently cleaning up after what the infection destroys. A virus comes through you the same way a wildfire goes through nature. All right, I just got a let's see how long you can channel Gaia in this state. Okay. Viruses. They are a large part of how the body moves. Unnecessary cellular structures. This is, in fact, very challenging. Let me stop. Okay, cool. This is what I test with myself, because I'm like, how often do you get the flu? And it's like, I mean, kind of frequently, but not that frequently. It's like snow, you know? It's a lot like snow, actually, getting the flu. Snow, the flu, yeah. Fairly temporary. I mean, I'm from the South, so I'm used to snow being temporary, not whatever it is that most people who live in like snowy climates exist. Like they're like, no, the snow's just here from December to June, and I'm like, oh, well, that's not my experience. So for me, the flu is like the snow, like snow. It comes and then it goes, and there's a whole impact that it has while it's here. That felt like that. It was really funny because Gaia, I could feel her like glitching a little bit because she's not a full embodied entity in here. But if you allow someone to channel through you enough in their own internal headquarters, which I have, you create a fractal of them. It influences your life a lot. Gaia is why I eat plant-based. She set up shop and was basically like, look, we'll let the other stuff go for a while, but girl, if I'm gonna live in here, you're gonna have to eat plant-based in order for me to actually properly like set up the circuitry that I need to be able to, come through as an embodied message situation. I'm like, yes, ma'am. I got you. Sure. That's what life completely breaking you down does. Yeah. You're just like, okay, well, I will mourn the loss of the things that I miss, but I also get to feel Gaia talk through me. That's really cool. It's really cool. But also it really did. It felt like she was walking through molasses. Like I got imagery of her like trying to walk through a bog or something. She's like, oh yeah, this is too hard. This isn't gonna work. I'm like, yeah, I know. So yeah, channeling while you're sick. Oh, it's hard. Is there anything else that's helpful for anyone watching this to know about illness? Hmm. Illness is an invitation. It is an opportunity to slow down, to seek help. You may think you have none. You may be wrong. Ask. Ask guides. Ask humans in your life. Send the text to someone that you think would never answer that says, I am really sick and I would love to make some smoothies, but I do not have the energy to go to the store. My friend, would you be willing to deliver me some supplies? Because I also cannot afford to simply DoorDash every day. See what your friend says. Perhaps they will help you. Perhaps you'll know that that's not someone you can rely on. Perhaps the money to get what you need from someone that you pay will find you after you get what you need. This is a much easier channel to be on. Good. I suppose I'm what you could call fractaled Gaia in this state. I can provide messages. I can provide activations. It is not possible to do it with the hands during viral infections. Oh, okay, I need a second. Oh my god. Oh god. Hold up. Ugh. Don't throw up. Don't throw up. Don't throw up. Don't throw up. Ah, you good? You good? You good? Everybody good? Okay. Okay. So, I couldn't get Gaia through on her usual lines when the glasses come off and things just sort of. But I got her through on the jukebox mode line just now. She can talk. She's allowed to talk on the jukebox mode line. Not everybody is. I mean, they're not supposed to. They still do sometimes, but they're not supposed to. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just different levels of consciousness access based on chakra capacities. And glasses off is full body. Jukebox mode. Jukebox mode goes to heart chakra with a break in between that and sacral in the gut. So it sort of bypass, like I have gut down here and then I have the things up there. And that just, well, we just set up some connections for Gaia to be able to channel through me even when I have the flu. This stuff is iterative. You don't just start channeling and then you can do it. It's a little bit like dog training, you know? You can't just get your dog to like balance on a ball, but you know what? I think I want to try to train Mabel to do that because I'm pretty sure she could do that. Y'all don't understand. This is like the most acrobatic, theatrical. I'm like, either I need to get to be real good at being a like dog trainer, which I don't try to get an ADHD person to like get good at something that they're not particularly skilled at and like feels wrong to them. No, I just need money so I can pay people for whose passion it is to do this because she's an entertainer, man. I have an entertainer dog. I need to like give her challenges, and I'm going off on a tangent here. We're just every time you do a big integration thing with setting up some of your channeling, it takes a minute. Takes a minute. You sort of expand into something, and then you have to settle back into yourself, and then you expand into the next part, and you settle back into yourself, and then eventually stabilize into what it is that you do. But as you're growing your channeling skills, as you are getting different parts of your body online, because it does not happen as a full body thing when you start doing it, it takes literal years to do. It takes years, folks. If you're frustrated by that, I don't know that channeling is really your thing, at least not publicly. Like you shouldn't be frustrated by that. You should be reverent of that. You should appreciate that fact and get your fucking body online. Like if channeling publicly is what you want to do, then health and wellness coaching is who you want to be talking to. You need to talk to some people who do coaching, you need to talk to people who do therapy, you need to like get good with that stuff, get good with your body, train. You're a performer. Channelers are performers. Yeah, you're doing it for clients, probably doing it one-on-one, but you're doing this, you're a performer. I just document this shit because I don't see anybody else documenting it. In my, like, I also don't go looking. I went looking like all of 2024 and a lot of early this year. I'm not looking anymore. I'm in open flow. Gaia, you're in here and you're like pulling stuff in. You're just basically asking me every now and then for like conscious consent for certain things. And I go, fine, help me, but fine. That's where I am. Sorry. Okay. The virus is for real. That's the thing. There's not like anything else that's big or mystical about it. You get sick because you need to slow down. You get sick because you need a reorganization that goes on inside your body. You get sick because hey, you got kids. Sorry. It's just that comes with the program. Like or you're around them or you exist at all. Sorry. Yeah, but it is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to slow down. It's an opportunity to ask for help, especially if you don't tend to. If you are a person who has in this last year said the phrase ish in some iteration, why am I the person that takes care of everybody and nobody takes care of me? If you have said that, I need you to be really honest with yourself and ask if you have ever asked for help. Or do you think you need to do everything on your own? Or do you not trust people? Or do you have nobody and you have to pay people or some other thing? Because you slow down when you're sick, you have to confront a lot of things that might mean you need to make some changes. You're lonely. You want people in your life. Yes, people will come to you, but you are the one who needs to take actions to, make some of those potential connections happen. They're not going to show up at your house. Maybe they would. That's a harder thing to manifest, right? Not to mention, like, relationships are two-way. You're not just looking for someone to take care of you, you're looking for someone to connect with so that you can share all of who you are and receive back all of who they are. We're also stressed out. Not we're all, but enough of us are so stressed out that I think we're kind of forgetting about the reciprocal nature of friendships. Like I've definitely complained about being alone to my guides, and that's the advice I get. I'm like, yeah, but what actions do you take to not be alone? I'm like, well, I have given up on that temporarily. And they're like, exactly. You needed to slow down. You needed to take this time and really understand who you are, not who you are in service of these other people in your life. That's the hard part. When you have that bigger calling to be of service, you tend to be in service all the time, and that drains you and it makes you feel like you don't have anyone to rely on, and it makes you feel like you are the only one who is ever doing anything. And that might be the case, which just means that you're surrounded by people that you need to let go of, maybe. And also, you just might be wrong about that. You might have people in your life that are absolutely here and willing to do stuff, but maybe you don't treat them very well. I know, harsh to say, but if you're always the victim, honey, mm-mm, no, you've also hurt. You need to take a look at some of those behavior patterns that you've got. You need to really just be honest with yourself. Let yourself feel how you feel about it and then work on that shit. Just because you are tapping into the galactics and you are having huge conversations through time and space does not mean you're not still an asshole sometimes, or a lot of the times. And it does not mean that those behaviors are cool or okay or the kind of thing that other people want to deal with. I mean, maybe they do, but no. No. And if you're alone and you're feeling like that is the absolute worst thing that there could be, well, now you know what your worst is. What are you going to do about it? What do you want to do about it? And also, truth. Relationships take time. They take regular, continued presence. They take alignment. And you might be a work in progress, under construction, not ready to accept anyone in. Construction zones are only really safe for the people that are working on it, right? You don't want to bring in the public yet. Maybe you've been trying to. Maybe it hasn't really been working and you're very frustrated about that. Just keep doing the thing. I'm continuing to do this thing, content creation, despite the fact that it's not hmm, providing me with the things that, you know, the amount of effort that I do put in would warrant. I treat it as a job. That's why I do, that's why I have different, I just have a lot of channels. A lot of channels, I have a lot of Substacks, so just a lot of things. Yeah. And new ideas every day. They keep coming in. So. Today's the first day that I feel sick. Typically for me, the flu takes it's a little bit like a period. You know, I get about 5 days of like, oh boy. And then a few weeks of lingering, but for the most part, it's still just be me. And now at least I'm tapped into things that Gaia can provide, even when my energy is very low and resources are elsewhere. So that's cool. It's very cool. Because I get so bored. God, that's the thing I hate most about any kind of illness, because I slow down, it's fine. But I get body bored, I get mind bored. There's only so many things I can write, and only so many things I can draw badly, and only so many videos I can make that nobody really wants to watch. Like, there's only so much Bob's Burgers I can rewatch again. And I have a very small amount of things that I tolerate because I'm just irritated by most things. I don't really want novelty when I'm sick. I want comfort. I want grounded, like, If you are also sick right now, final message from Gaia. Show yourself how you can treat others. Understand deeply what it means to stop. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that feels misaligned, you've been given the gift of a pause for a reason. It does not stay forever, and once your body heals, you will be more changed physically. There is no need, no physical desire to rush. And if you've been rushing, especially in the last few weeks, this is the body's time to show you what you've been avoiding. You can expect more dreams. You can expect more vivid visions. You can expect a lot of fear to rise in you. Do not be afraid of what comes out of you. Simply choose the actions that you take based on that fear with wisdom. Guy's asking if she'd like me to say it or if she should, and I'm like, well, I mean, I feel like it's a okay. You're okay. It wasn't a question. It's not really a stay off of screens message, but it is what I was told this morning when I deleted Substack from my phone just so that it would be a thing that I have, like, if I'm gonna do it, if I'm gonna go onto Substack, I'm gonna like have to come downstairs. I'm gonna have to get on my computer. I'm gonna have to like, because Substack's my go-to social media, and people like it prioritizes notes, and so people put notes, and they put a lot of their stuff out. And when you're sick, you honestly want to reduce the quantum entanglements. You really do. Your screen is it's a portal, like, and the things that people are pouring out onto social media and onto these platforms, they're pouring out a lot of themselves. And when you have a body that's going through a construction project like the flu, you don't really want your cells to be resonating in someone else's story so much. Like, part of the reason why I just watch, like, one reason is neurodivergent. So yeah, uh, watching the same autism brain, watching the same things over and over, deeply comforting, right? Also, though, you have an established pattern with that content. It's already baked into the protocols of when I feel this way, I consume this thing. And that way you're not really taking in too much of something else. But if you're on social media, if you're on news sites, if you're on all of these things, and you're like you're someone doing this kind of channeling work, you're opening your cells back up to then be resonating and connecting with these other people by the thousands, right? You're connecting with the person who put it out there and everyone who's interacted with it, quantumly speaking. To slow down is to slow everything down. It's honestly a better time to create. Sleep, drink, poop, create. That's kind of the best way to get through the flu, at least for the first few days, because if you want certain things to get processed out, the body will bring it forward, and it will bring it forward, and you might have flashes of memories, you might have old arguments come up in your thoughts, like you just might have all these things. And if you're drawing it out, or you're writing it out, or you're creating some sort of art with it, you're transmuting it, you're alchemizing it. Even just to talk it through or have it out, yeah, but you know, I can just sort of ping pong in the mind a little bit. It really is best to just not really even get words involved. You're sick. Don't talk. Let the throat chakra rest. You're still using it when you draw. Your hands operate through the throat chakra. They're not on, I mean they are. They're through the, but like you're basically doing this. Yeah, really, basically. Yeah, yeah. So yeah. Um and I do things like removing apps from my phone because I also tend to forget. And it's not like your guides are able to be that parent in the room going, oh, no, no, honey. They give you the information and then you have to make your own damn choices. And some of us don't have the executive function anymore to do it, or executive function at all to do it. So I have to make it harder. I have to intentionally put barriers in my way so that I don't just do the thing that I do without thinking. That's how change happens. You do the thing. And later, when I'm feeling better and I'm not fluish, I will see if I want to re-download it. Easy peasy. They make it so straightforward. How lovely. How dangerous. Yeah. Congratulations, phone. You are for making texts and playing Bejeweled. I really like the butterflies one. Yeah. Everything else can wait. It can wait. At least that's what I'm doing. Well, thank you so much for watching. I am going to. Aha, it's done! Yay! Okay, cool, yeah. Video has been rendered, so that's gonna go up. It's cute. It's already on this channel by the time this comes out. It involves Mabel and doggy booties that we then got rid of because, well, not got rid of, we still have them, but like, still cute though. I still might put her in them because they're cute and she didn't care. And oh my god, seriously. Ugh. Talk about vision boards. My vision board is now my dog balancing on a ball. We'll make it happen. I don't know if I have to train her, if I can, or if I can find somebody to help me, but this dog will balance on a ball and it will be cute and I will film it and I will show you. It will happen. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. We will talk soon. Okay.